Hey, all right, guys, if you're watching this on YouTube, please like and subscribe. The more of you that do that, it helps spread this information on weight loss sanity to other people, so that way others can hear these messages. So what I want to talk today about is not giving into impulses in really any area of your life, and how that kind of creates a cycle of self-destruction. So I learned about impulse spending from Dave Ramsey. He very much promotes this idea of a cash-based system, putting your money in envelopes, having everything going to different, accounts and or expenses. And if you see something you think you've got to have, right, you would leave the store, go home, give yourself some time, discuss it with your partner if you're married, and you would then go back and purchase the thing, right? You would take a time out. You wouldn't just grab your credit card and purchase it. You would have to do other steps to put distance between you and the item. Because 9 times out of 10, what we want impulsively is not going to help us. So there's kind of 3 big buckets when we're thinking about impulsive decisions. There's spending impulse, there is eating impulse, and then there is giving away of time impulse. And all 3 of these can really cause us to self-destruct. If we say, I am not going to spend money on eating out this month, right? It actually helps 2 of your goals. 1, you might be saving money, and 2, you might be trying to hit a calorie goal so you can lose weight. If you impulsively in the moment decide to eat out, you now have kind of affected 2 of your self-improvement buckets. You're spending money that you didn't budget, and you're spending calories that you didn't budget. So it's kind of a double whammy. Time. Somebody comes up to you and says, hey, would you be willing to help out with this PTA fundraiser? And you want to be a people pleaser. You want people to like you. You don't want to say no. You feel uncomfortable in the moment. So you say, yes, of course I can. I'd love to help. And then you go home and realize, oh my gosh, that day is jam-packed full of things, and I impulsively said yes with my time and I gave it away. And now I have to make a decision. Do I just bite the bullet and deal with all this and get super stressed and anxious and maybe start eating things that aren't serving me because my day is so riddled and packed full? Or do I then contact these people back and say, I'm sorry, I said yes to things I couldn't actually do? And this is what we mean by impulsivity. It's not giving yourself time out. Time out to make a better choice with spending. Time out to make a better choice with food. Time out to make a better choice with your calendar and your scheduling. So the way that this looks on a very practical basis is you want to buy something. And I personally love the cash-based system, the envelope system. I know that's not for everybody. But what you might do is at the beginning of the month, set up a budget for yourself. And if there are expenses that come up that don't fall in line with the budget you set up, you just put a pause and you say, you know what? Maybe I'm not doing the Dave Ramsey program, but what I am going to do is give myself a pause. I see this thing. I think I want it. It's on sale. Justification for all impulse purchases. But I'm going to choose to leave the store today. And I'm going to give myself 24 hours to make a decision. And the reason I like this is it could work for anyone, whether they use credit cards or not. Anytime there's something that comes across your radar for money that you're not 100% sure really worked into your budget, you give yourself 24 hours. You reflect on your budget, you make a decision. And if it's something you cannot live without, if you go back 24 hours later and purchase it, now you're making the decision from a rational, well thought out place. Food. Delayed gratification. We've talked about this a lot. Having a container with you, Ziploc bag, Glad container. You come across a donut, a cupcake. Somebody brings in some kind of random special treat to work. You don't say no. You say, sure, I'd absolutely love to have one. You put it in your container. You save it. You don't eat it in the moment. That impulsivity. You don't eat it in the moment. You say, I'm going to take a time out. And I normally schedule a treat for myself in the evening. If I really want this, I'll have it then. It's giving yourself pause, time out, space to make a good decision. Time management. Somebody comes and requests time of you for pleasure or work. It doesn't matter. What we want to get in the habit of doing is saying, I so appreciate you thinking of me, right? Gratitude. But I need to check my calendar first, because what you would hate to do and feel totally terrible about is telling somebody, yes, you definitely are going to help them, when in reality you don't have the time to give away. If you have already obligated yourself to helping your spouse that night with something, or watching the kids, and they've got something they've got to do, you can't give away time you don't have. And you don't want to give away so much of your time that you're feeling resentful and not able to take good care of yourself. So when you look at your calendar, you can maybe say, oh my gosh, this week is so slammed. I could show up for this event, but I'll be so exhausted. I'm just gonna have to say no, because it's about my self-care. So impulse decisions can be so detrimental in so many areas of our life. And if I can really give you any gift at all, it's the gift of learning how to pause, walk away, put boundaries in, walk away, really evaluate your money, your food, your time, and make sure that you really want to spend the money, time, or calories on whatever this impulse thing is that came across your radar, okay? I hope this helps. You guys have a great day. I'll talk to you soon.